am so excited to be back again talking about books. I am not complaining. I really love to talk about books. And this video is a little chit chat about what I plan on reading in this month of February. And it looks like I have a pile of a lot of books. No, I'm. This is what I will be reading in February. In this month of February, I only have one physical book that I want to read. I'm also waiting. I order one from Amazon and I'm waiting for it. I want to start with the physical book that I have with me right now that I actually started it and I am eating it up. Like it's so good. So far so good. I underlined at least two things in every page. And this is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I am so happy to be reading this. Like, I am so happy. Also, I bought this from Amazon and I thought this was a sticker. Tell me why it's not. Tell me why this will be forever in the cover. Like, I hate when, like, they do this. Like, I hate it. Yes, I know there's a Netflix movie. Like, come on. Like, I don't need to have that in my book. But taking this out, the cover is very nice. Like, I really, really love Penguin Classics. I love how they all match. Like, can you see that? But anyways, I started this one yesterday, I think, and it's good. The movie was my exception to my rule. I have this rule where if I want to watch a movie and I know that the movie is like from a book adaptation, I have to read the book first. If I don't read the book first, I'm not allowed to watch the movie. I saw that the movie came out and I saw that it was directed by Guillermo del Toro. I saw that Jacob Elordi was there. I was like, I don't want to wait that long to buy the book, read the book, and then watch the movie. Like, I just want to watch it. I watched the movie. I think it was the best thing ever. Like, I watched the movie and I think it turned out to be even better because the movie motivated me even more to actually read the book. I know I will finish this book in like one more day because it's that good. And I hope from the trope and whatever is happening, I hope that this book really includes more the topics of philosophy and morals and all of these things that have to be related with humanity and emotion and feelings. I want to have dinner, I want to shower, and I want to lay in bed with this book. I am so excited. Then another book that I will be reading this February, hopefully, it's Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. I have Emma by Jane Austen right here. I've complained about Emma long enough already. I'm hopeful that Sense and Sensibility will be a little bit different from Emma. But to what I've heard, Sense and Sensibility is about these two sisters and where one represents sense and the other represents sensibility, and I'm really excited to see how that plays. Like, I want to see why it is represented that way. You know, I'm trying to understand why or what Jane Austen was trying to say or teach us with that representation of the two sisters and the sense and the sensibility and how it plays in like different things when it comes to like their relationships and their life. That is the book I ordered from Amazon and I'm waiting for it. So I am definitely excited. I got out of a reading slump a few weeks ago and I'm so excited to go back into reading classics because I've been just reading short stories or like fantasy stories that are very entertaining, and no wrong in that, but I really want to get back into reading like my classics because I have a few classics. Well, I have a lot of classics that I really want to get into and I haven't been able to do it. Moving on to my Kindle, I have Madonna in a Fur Coat. I have heard a lot about this story and I've seen videos and comments about it, and they relate this book with White Knight. To what I've known, it's a story about like I don't know if they ever get to be a couple, to be honest. I don't know. That's the thing with me. I like to read books with no explanation. Like, I like to go into books not knowing a single thing. Not knowing a single thing. So when I actually get to read a book, it's like a complete surprise. I have no expectations when I open a book. And I'm so excited to read this, to see the story mostly, and also this Yearning Man that everyone is talking about. Like, what? Then also in my Kindle, I want to reread, because I already read it, I want to reread Chess Kids by Patti Smith. I read that book a few years ago, and when I tell you I sobbed, when I tell you that book made me ponder, like, that book, actually, I remember I was reading it on my phone. I remember turning my phone off and be like, what? Don't play with me right now. Don't play with me right now. And I remember it being such a wonderful, impactful story that I thought, I want to reread this book. I know that if I read it in the future, I might observe something completely different from the story. When I read it back then, I sort of took it differently. Even back then, I knew that I needed to reread the story. Like, I knew it. I've also been seeing videos of people reading Just Kids. And I'm like, oh my god, I remember when I read it. I don't remember much anymore, so that's one of the reasons I also want to reread it. Because I know it's a wonderful story, I just don't know how it goes or how it plays. So, yeah, I want to reread that. Also, I think it's not so long, so it will be a fun, like, story to read with a coffee, I think. And then I can cry afterwards, because I remember it was not sad, I don't want to say sad, but it was real. It was too real that it made me feel emotional. Next, I want to read In Your Dreams by Sarah Adams. I think this is the last book from the Rome series or something like that. When in Rome series, the Walker brothers or something like that. I don't know. I read the first book, When in Rome, back in December, January, and I was like, oh, this is fun. This is fun. I had never read Sarah Adams before. Then I picked another one, not knowing that it was from Sarah Adams, because as I said, I pick books not knowing anything about them. Not knowing anything about them. I just go straight with my first impression that the cover gave me, and I read it. Sue me. Then in December I read Practice Makes Perfect. It's actually the second book from, like, the Walker's Brothers series or Rome series or something like that. I don't know. I was so surprised that the characters were naming the other characters from the last book I read. I was like, oh, is this connected? I actually searched it up. They are connected. It's a series. I didn't know. And then I was like, you know what? I actually like these books. They're fun. I'm laughing. And when I tell you that the book Practice Makes Perfect made me giggle, made me laugh. It has been a while since a book actually made me physically laugh. Like, physically laugh. And I laughed. And I was having a blast. Like, I remember sleeping until 1, 2 a.m. in the morning reading that book. It was so fun. It was so fun. So I was like, you know what? I'm actually going to keep on reading this series now that I'm already in it, you know? In January, I also read the third book. It's called Beg, Borrow, or Steal, I think. And, well, the fourth book, and I don't know if it's actually the last. I think it is. And it's In Your Dreams, the one I want to read in February. So, and, well, the last books made me giggle, made me laugh, and I think it's so cute that it's all connected and they're like a big family. I am so spontaneous with books, because if I don't feel like reading a book in the moment, I am not going to read it. If I don't feel like reading In Your Dreams in February, I'm not going to read it. If I don't feel like reading Sense and Sensibility because the vibes or whatever, I won't. I will read something else instead. But this is based on how much I am interested on those books and how much I actually want to read them. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I am really so excited to get in bed and read this book. Oh my god.